Commission, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, is now pushing to have wealth declaration documents by public servants made public, arguing that the law has failed to combat corruption since it was enacted more than a decade ago. So let's link up right now with Martin Munene, who is in Nyeri, with more details for us in regards to this. So, Martin, this is not the first time we've heard of the issue of declaration, wealth declaration, especially around public servants and our politicians. What makes this call from EACC any different?
All right, a very good morning to you from Nyeri County. Now, Nyeri County, for example, is hosting actually public service commission members from different counties in this region. And what is happening is that they're having a workshop with the EACC, having a conversation around wealth declaration forms. And at the same time, EACC says that they have received quite a number of complaints from members of the public regarding public officials who serve in the county governments, that they amass wealth, and also how the hiring is done is actually not very right. Now, the EACC is actually saying that one of the ways to ensure that public servants actually do not engage in corruption activities or in corruption-related activities is ensuring that the wealth that they declare as theirs is actually known to the public. What happens now is that, for example, if you want to know what a public servant owns, then you have to give reasons as to why you want to have access to those particular records. But EACC feels that if these particular records are actually open to anybody or any member of the public, then they can be able to scrutinize them, because most of these people who serve as public servants are people who live in the same communities as other residents, and therefore they will be able to know if what they have declared is true or false. The whole aim being to ensure that since from the time they're hired and the time they leave office, they do not actually use public resources to enrich themselves. And here is what one of the commissioners, Moneki Gashoka, had to say concerning this.
We have been pushing Parliament so that there can be amendment of the law. We need to have these declarations made public, because the main, let me call it, drawback at the moment is that these documents are not accessible to the public. So I think going forward, it is some of the amendments that we've been recommending to Parliament so that we can amend the Leadership and Integrity Act.
All right, and now this is now at the county level. Initially, we were seeing this a lot of focus on the fight against corruption at the national level. Now they're trying to devolve the same, bring it at the county levels to have officials from the counties actually make sure, or the public, the county public service board members ensure that every member of the public or every person who's serving the public in the counties has declared their wealth. And this one, they hope will, in the future, with the changes in the law, any other member of the public can actually go have access to the same and scrutinize them. And he says, or the EACC feels that with this kind of transparency, then they would actually be able to have spearheaded better the fight against corruption, because anybody who sees can know, for example, if it is maybe a public officer who lives by their place, they know what they own. And by the time they leave work or office, for example, they'll have also known how much these people own or the assets they have acquired. And therefore, they feel that by going public, then the fight against corruption will have actually, be stepped higher, and the fight against corruption could eventually be won if the laws are changed to allow any member of the public to have access to the assets owned by a public official. From Nyeri County, I bring it back to you in studio. Simon Zinzi, Martin Munene.